Defalco's today in Scottsdale. And Defalco's is an Italian grocery and has hot food and
it's a deli.
Like a deli. Also pastries as well. Let's see, what'd you get?
So I got a fresh mozzarella and prosciutto sandwich with some lettuce and balsamic. This is one of their cold sandwiches.
Italian.
Also got some penne vodka, and they do half orders, which is nice if you don't want a whole order.
Yeah, and it was pretty reasonably priced. Your sandwich was, I think, $10.99.
Yeah, and which is really good, especially because I got prosciutto. Yeah. Prosciutto is imported, and it's gone up. Yeah.
Then I got the Italian beef with hot giardiniera and fried peppers and onions, and then the Infiletta sandwich. This guy. So this was $10.99 as well, and you get this is pretty big. You get 2 halves. And then we got a pizza with ham, bacon, sausage, hot giardiniera. Looks pretty good actually. All right, so tell me how it is. Go ahead.
Try my sandwich.
Bread looks good. From the get-go.
So prosciutto's sliced nice and thin, not too thick. Bread's really fresh. I love semolina bread with sesame seeds. I love the taste of the toasted sesame seeds. But overall, cold sub is good.
Yeah. The prosciutto looks like good quality.
Yeah. No, it is. I mean, it's imported, so.
Let's see how the penne vodka is. This is something that's pretty important to us, especially her.
Yes.
Done many different ways throughout Italy. So
it is, but for me, penne vodka needs to be that light, like nice and smooth cream, tomato cream sauce. I'm not a pancetta or bacon or peas. I'm not all about that. I'm all about the sauce and having grated cheese on it. So let's see. So pasta's cooked pretty good. Sauce though, it's a little too herby for me. I don't like a whole lot of Italian herbs, like kind of just hanging out in my vodka sauce. It's a different story if it's marinato or if it's fresh tomato sauce. Vodka sauce should not have like whole chunks of herbs in it. That's just me. But overall, not bad. I would say definitely Americanized. It's not too authentic, but it's not bad.
Does it have anything in it that's not supposed to be in there besides herbs? I'm saying not supposed to. Like typically, most of the time, depending on the region in Italy, things change. Peas down in the southern region, and you'll see more of chilies in that in the southern region, and then in northern you'll see more dairy, cream, and things like that are more cost. Because there's more farmland up north and then coast down south. Also, citrus is a big one for down south in Italy too. So yeah, nothing else? No? Okay. Let's try this. Actually, I'm going to go for the Italian beef first. It's hot. This looks pretty good actually. I probably would have preferred it on the bread that you have. This is like more of like a sub roll. Hoagie. She has the seeded baguette, which typically I like more, especially when it comes to a sandwich that's dipped. It smells good, so take a look at this. This is a pretty nice sandwich. The beef on it is actually made by them, so it's not like a pre-sliced beef or anything like that, which is usually kind of gross. Let's see how this is. I like that these are not bell peppers.
Oh, they're not?
No, these are not bell peppers. These are more of the Italian long peppers. They're pretty good. Peppers and onions. The beef, very tender. Sandwich is not over soaked. I didn't really dip it yet, but really, really tender beef. Salted pretty well, seasoned well. The peppers and onions are soft, but they still have texture to them, which is nice. You definitely don't want mushy peppers and onions on your sandwich. Provolone cheese is nice on this too. Typically, it's not offered with cheese. And then a little bit of vinegar from the jardinera is nice on this. Kind of cuts that like ironiness from the beef when it gets like all the way cooked like it is. So let's dip this here. Okay, so that sandwich is worth it. Every penny for that one.
And he doesn't say that often.
I think this was $11.49, and I would actually go back here for the sandwich time and time again. Mainly due to the quality of the beef that's on it, the peppers, the bread. I probably would ask them to change, maybe for the baguette, and then when you dip it, because the baguette is so chewy, when you dip it, it would be a really, really pleasant texture because it would be soft but still retain that chewiness to it because of the type of bread it is. This is a little too soft for the bread for me. Otherwise, a really good sandwich. I want to see how this fillet is though. This is one that's tried and true. Typically, you see this a lot. Off the bat, it looks pretty good. The meat is not sliced too thick, which is definitely important when it comes to Italian meats. Too thick on a cold cut Italian meat, prosciutto, salami, whatever, not good. Okay. Ooh.
That looks really good.
This is good. As you chew, it gets even better. Very good balance with the olives, the jardinera, the meats, the cheese, the jardinera, and the olives have that little garlickiness to it. Just not like overpowering. It's very like complements it very well. You gotta try this. This is well-made family.
It looks good. I just want to bite. That's it.
I know you're not a fan of like all the stuff on it, but
No, that's not true. I like jardinera when there's not a whole lot of cauliflower. Like, it's not the cauliflower typical.
No, it isn't. It's more peppers, like completely, a lot of peppers, and there's jardinera. Some celery and things like that, but not a lot of cauliflower and carrot. Overall, it's pretty balanced, right? I was expecting just to be blown away by the olives usually, because on most muffalettas, all your taste is jardinera and the olive spread usually. It's typically like you don't even taste the meat and cheese at all. This, however, is very balanced. This was made very well.
Yep.
Bread is really good too.
Yes, I like the bread. It's crunchy.
This is typically supposed to be focaccia.
It's like a panna toscano.
Panna toscano.
Kind of.
This is, I think, a tellera roll, but it's still pretty good. Yeah, get this sandwich worth it. Get this sandwich, definitely. You'll definitely be full too because it's really, really big. Yeah. Even the olive oil, I can taste.
And definitely worth the money because, like we said, a lot of this stuff is imported from Italy, and they do make their own jardinera, and
they do sell in the store.
So it is quality. You're getting quality. So $10 for that sandwich is a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
And rinse it down with some Dr. Brown's.
Yeah, Dr. Brown's. Right here. If anybody knows this brand, is like it's pretty damn good. I see it and I usually buy it. She saw it and wanted to buy the whole case. But yeah, and then we have this other. So I'll probably drink this in a second. This Manhattan Special.
So I've had that.
You had this one?
I've actually had that, yes, because I used to work in kind of like an Italian deli. And they used to always sell these. So it's basically an espresso soda. So it's like a coffee soda. And
it looks good.
They used to sell it a lot too. They used to put it over like ice cream and stuff in New York. So
let's try this.
Yeah.
Let's try this real quick. Let's see. Ooh. This is good.
it is good.
This is really good. I'm gonna save this for the desserts that we got. This is definitely a soda. Sometimes with Italian flavors, it's not as sweet. They don't like things as sweet when it comes to certain things. I was expecting this to not be sweet at all, but this is
Sweet.
it's sweet. It's just like a regular soda, but coffee flavor. And this on poured over ice cream as a float with the desserts and the cookies we're gonna have later. I'm gonna save that for that. But this pizza, I'm gonna try this pizza. Now, right away, the dough looks good,
And the crust looks good.
yeah, and there's cornmeal on the bottom, which I like that. I like the texture of that, especially in the oven. If I can just get that. There we go. It's just a nice piece of pizza here, shot ham on it. Sausage is crumbled. The bacon is diced. Ham is diced. Giardiniera is nicely chopped up. Looks pretty good. So let's see.
Got a little.
Don't mess yourself. That's good pizza. I know you don't like a bunch of stuff on your pizza.
I don't. So, again, I am the traditional bland Italian grandma. I like just sauce and cheese on my pizza. Maybe chicken parm pizza.
This is good.
Or eggplant, but...
If you are a guy that likes meat, a little spice, a little bit like acidity from the vinegar, which is really nice with the heavy meats on here. Typically it's with pepperoni too. I can't eat pepperoni anymore. You know, acid reflux and all as you get older. So I kind of took it off because it repeats on me. But other than that, I mean, it's good pizza. Good crust. Not too thick, not too thin. Yeah, you gotta try this, even if you try the crust.
Yeah, I'll eat your crust if you don't eat it.
I really like the giardiniera on there. It's good. All these different textures, flavors, the acidity, the saltiness, the richness from the meat. This is where it's at, this pizza right here. This was the Romulus Diavolo style, which means spicy.
So you know it's going to be spicy. Yeah.
It's got a little heat. It's not too spicy. The average person could probably eat this and be fine with it. Could you add more heat? Yeah, you could. This is good. Yeah. I'll do a little sauce and stuff too.
Oh, nice.
Oh man. Well worth it. I like to add the whole food order was, with all this, I think it was like $70. And we got 3 sandwiches, a whole pizza, and a half an order of pasta. And very substantial food sandwiches with imported product, which is even better. If you got one sandwich less, it'd be about 50, you know, tax and all that stuff. So, how is that pizza?
Dough is really good.
It is.
The dough is definitely really good.
It is well made.
If you don't like spicy, I don't recommend this because I am feeling the heat even though I'm not even eating the giardiniera.
So, as I said, I like spicy. It doesn't like me, but I like spicy.
I like spicy too, but if you don't like spicy, try one of their other pizzas because the dough is really, really good.
Yeah.
Overall,
Really good.
I would give it definitely like...
I'd say 4 out of 5 at the minimum. You normally don't do 5 out of 5 unless it's like astounding.
Yeah, my only reservation about this was my pasta, just because I don't like a whole lot of things in my vodka sauce.
Yeah.
And I like my sauce pureed. I don't really like chunks of onions and tomato and all that jazz.
A little more refined.
So, yeah. So, I think if everything was blended and then tossed with the pasta, I would like it more. And definitely, like, less herbs. Like, way too much oregano and parsley and all that, which I put in my own sauce when I cook it. But, again, I blend it. I don't leave it kind of chunky. So, but yeah, overall, really good.
Yes, really good. 4 out of 5, maybe 4.5. Leaning towards that. I mean, this is definitely a place you should go back to. Spend your money here. You know, it's a local business. It's not a big, corporation. They have imported products. They have a good price for sandwiches. Especially if you're going for just lunch. You know, if I was working in that area, I would be going there for lunch because it's cheaper than going to Jersey Mike's or any of those other sub places.
Yep.
And you're getting quality product.
So much better.
You know, a really good bread, really good meats. Even the Giardiniera, excuse me, they make it there. So at least they're probably using a local product that's in Arizona as well. Because typically, Italians like to use anything they can that's local to them.
Right.
Whether they're in Italy or here, you know, that mentality should always follow through with that. Everybody should be using stuff that's local to them, whatever it is, because it helps a lot in the long run as far as the supply chain goes, especially now. Other than that, later. This soda
and
the
support
cookies.
local businesses. You know, if you're in Arizona and
Please.
you're by Scottsdale, it's right on North Scottsdale Road. Like, take a gander because it's worth it.
Yes, especially, I mean, you know, if you're Italian, you know how these things taste.
Right. Now,
And we're from the East Coast originally, so
East Coast Italian, you know, there's Chicago Italian, so there's a couple of different American Italian variations,
Yes.
but East Coast for East Coasters like us, this is pretty close to what we're used to, and what we grew up with.
Like we were growing up in New York, New Jersey.
Yeah.
You know, so the tri-state area, the Italian food is a little different than the rest of the East Coast. If you want us to go to a place and you're like, oh, everybody's raving about it, have us go there. We will tell you honestly, no sugarcoating, no like over exaggeration, what it is, if it's good, if it's not good, if it's made right, not made right, whatever you want to know, comment down below and tell us. We will go there and we will tell you if it's good or not.
Yes.
So thank you for watching.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe.
And we'll see you guys later for dessert.
Yes, dessert. This soda.